all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite ladies back with another episode. It's your girl Immaculate coming out the set. What's good?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F Baby. Please say the baby.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Michelle, aka Shelly Shell, aka Egypt if you nasty.
Hey everyone, it's just Nick checking in, and welcome to a new episode. How's everyone doing?
We're doing pretty
child.
good.
I'm just glad there's no best for
Actually,
last.
not the best, y'all. So I got back to my apartment
yeah.
today. Why did someone steal my bike?
Oh damn, where was it?
It was chained up right outside my door. Like, you know, it's been there for like a good 3
Call
weeks.
it.
Like,
Call
This is why I
it.
had to ask her. So I was like, Paula, don't you have a Ring camera? She's like, yeah. I was like, so where's your Ring camera at?
In the front door.
At the front
I don't know
door.
why would it be at your back door?
Why would it not
Because
be
her
at
back
your-
door faces the street.
And you know what's crazy? Dang, not from people.
it's okay.
Wait, what did
It's
I put out
okay.
there?
I
I'm
feel you though.
confused.
It's
You
conversation.
don't want people to be able to like, you know,
Ain't nobody gonna know
Out
where I
in
live.
Dallas, be
I ain't
effing
gonna-
for real.
There's so
Next
many
thing-
back doors
But you
facing
know
the
what?
street.
Maybe we put clues together because even
Maybe
What
once
clues
on
are they
the
gonna
door.
put together? My back door faces the street. Like what?
no, okay, because there was a video of this girl and they literally were able to find out because
On TikTok, because she had a video.
no, it's not even that. It wasn't not one thing she said. It's like over a.
Oh, like they were like clipping things.
No, like for instance, like she'll be like, "Oh, I just had Chipotle's down the street from my job." Like little things like that. Okay, you know, I live next door. Got
we
like
live in a
piecing
weird
together
time.
like by the.
Well, they did,
She was there for 3 months.
Whoever found her
they were
deserves to
able
be
to
in
ID her
jail.
apartment, and then they made like a whole PSA as to like
That's
you
crazy.
really have to be careful what you share on social
Yeah,
media.
but yeah,
That's why even now if I post
Well,
descriptive things,
hopefully they bring
close
you a
friends.
bike.
Well, not only that, like I don't think what I said
it's
is gonna
gone.
expose her
Yeah.
apartment,
but I
but
think the bike is gone. And honestly, like,
You think it is?
and no, I'm just saying, no, like I don't think they're gonna return
They're not
it.
bringing it back.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, dang, like should I file
But
a
how do they
police
get the
report?
chain
Michelle,
off?
they use cutters. I wrapped my bike chain over and over and chained it and put my lock code and locked it up. It's been there for 3 weeks.
next time put an
Yeah,
air
but
tag
why
on
don't you
that
put it
shit.
in the, garage.
So so I registered my key fob for the bike rack in the garage. I looked for that bike rack, can't find it. So I was like, you know what, let me just chain it outside my door. I actually use it. So it's like, it's easily accessible. So whatever.
Yeah,
I get back to I'm looking for my apartment. And I'm like, wait a minute.
You were better off putting it like
do you have
inside.
home insurance? Renter's insurance?
I do.
Oh yeah, they'll cover that.
Oh, really?
Just report it.
Oh,
But I don't have a
Well,
receipt.
what about a
Doesn't matter.
deductible?
It don't matter.
Don't I have to pay a
Well,
deductible?
they are gonna ask you for a receipt, but you can find that receipt.
I feel you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lo can get another bike, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could low-key buy a bike. Well, no.
No, because okay, so that's where I'm at now. I'm like,
Just find somebody who's
dang,
bought a bike recently.
should I get a new bike or should I just wash it?
Maybe make a police report.
Do you
and
use
then
the bike?
that for your insurance?
What can you make a police report for? You don't have a description of
yeah,
the
you can't-
suspect,
No. I'm
nothing.
just saying using that for your insurance.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing
sure.
is like people ask me all the time, like, how do you live in the city? And sometimes I think
Yeah.
about it, I'm like, I don't know how, because it's really not as safe as people try to make it
I
seem.
mean,
It's not, bro.
It's not.
It's just
a city.
it comes with a territory.
literally-
It's like,
yeah.
I was
Foot
just
traffic.
shocked that happened. I'm like, dang, as long as I've lived in the city, like I've never
never
experienced
happened.
this. But when I tell I was looking for my door and I'm like, bro. So I walk up to a random door, put my key in, and it turns. I'm like, someone took my bike.
Damn. Damn. Do you use your bike though?
Yes.
All this. Oh yeah, yeah.
Girl,
yeah,
I love that bike. I fought tooth and nail for that bike. That's why I'm like, dang.
So
So
what if y'all like? Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Like, so what would y'all do if you know someone stole something from you and like you saw it on them? Like, let's say it's even a friend.
I'm approaching you about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna lie. Why
Give
would I
me
not
back
approach-
my item or
That part.
police.
It depends on what it is.
No,
Earrings.
I'm gonna approach you.
I mean, because that's happened to me
Earrings
before.
be having a price
No,
child.
that happened to me before, but it'd be something where I'm just like, bro, I know I left this here, and they probably don't even realize it's mine. It's up to me before.
But I'm not gonna lie, like
No, everything
that's
I left, I
different.
know
like,
it's mine.
For example, okay, you know what? That's happened, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna lie, like, if you're missing some exclusive earrings and you see someone wearing it,
Okay, no.
I'm gonna
No, I
need
mean
to
like
come off those
exclusive.
right now.
I mean like,
Okay,
let's
like
say they're like the Chanel earrings.
like it costs money. Okay,
or like or someone
They
bought,
stole
or you
from
know that like those earrings were made just for you. It's like
No, they stole
no
from
one
you.
should have this earring but me.
Because
like
if you find some shit like that,
Yeah.
then they stole from
I'm
you.
not gonna lie,
Excuse me?
like that
You're
would be a
thief.
big problem.
No, you're
I
actually a
won't
thief.
even
Yeah,
lie
if you
to
can steal, you can kill. So,
Absolutely.
bye.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah. I used to have a friend that has sticky fingers like that. She steal from her friend.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we ain't friends no
Steal?
more. I'll let her expose
Actually-
herself.
Oh,
if she ready.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, like, purposely steal?
Yeah, she stolen from people's houses and
Yep.
will come to school wearing it.
Yep.
To school? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
bold girl.
That's
She was a
actually very
bold one.
Or was it okay? Because
That's
you know, a
actually
steal is different from I left it at
Stealing
your
shit.
apartment
Like, stealing,
Exactly.
and you were
walking in,
wearing
taking
it.
someone's
Because
stuff,
that
That's
happened
like
to me.
wearing
She
it the
had to
next
go.
day.
She had to go into a room that she wasn't allowed into.
Yeah, and got something.
wow.
To take something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's plotting and
No, just having sticky
coming
fingers.
up, actually.
There's people that really will go somewhere, always leave with something. So
Kleptomaniacs.
I used to know someone like that too. You know, they
Bro.
recovered.
Bro, them type of people, you just stealing in a self checkout for no reason.
No, fact.
Taking
I
candy.
mean-
No, no, actually,
Just like just take
no,
it 'cause
because
you can.
like there was at one point where stealing from like what that shit was just too easy. Like, why is it so
too
easy?
easy.
Yeah.
I like.
now places like Target,
I
a
will
criminal offense.
never.
Well,
To be fair,
we don't steal from Target. We don't even go to Target anymore.
Yeah.
So.
I ain't gonna lie, my planner came from Target.
I mean,
ew.
I ain't gonna lie, like y'all, I needed a planner.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
and,
like-
Actually, very wild. Like,
Like,
why? I needed a
Almost-
planner like
almost
immediately.
inexcusable.
There's a lot of places to go.
Yeah,
for a
Target is
planner.
across the street from Walmart.
And it's so crazy because where I was at, the Target was literally next door, and I needed a planner. I don't support Target like that, but I needed a planner.
You do.
You do.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That,
A lot of
I
people
don't, I
said
don't
they
play about
don't
that.
support Starbucks anymore, and I see them drinking faithfully at Starbucks.
Well, Starbucks already. I mean, I feel like the Starbucks boycott ended because they came. Whatever. That's besides the point. It's cool. We're gonna go ahead and go into the petty chronicle, and this is actually very petty. So I'm like, do I want to say this?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Okay, I do. Okay, so it's kind of it's petty, but it's more like a petty ick. Like it's how I got like I got such a big ick from the situation that like literally it's just like I was so cringe. Out. Okay, we went on this date or whatever. Okay, and this person like, okay, I'll say it, like I do feel like they had like bad eating habits or whatever, but which normally I tend to not even like hone in on because everybody has like their own journey with food. But what I didn't like was that they were very like critical of other people. Mind you, it might be projection, but I don't like if you're over here like monitoring how someone else is eating, but it's like I know that you can also put it away. Like let's be let's just be like
I'm screaming at you. You can put it away.
no, but let's be guided here. Like that's rude, you know? So like we got to eat and I'm eating my food like very demure, right? Trying not to finish my plate because, you know, there's leftovers and also like most places like big portions. My person clears their plate, which is cool or whatever. And so the whole time I see them eyeing my plate and I'm just like,
Oh, they wanted some?
yes. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to share, but I usually don't mind sharing if it's a date, but it's like,
but you said it was a date.
Don't know you.
yeah, usually I don't mind sharing, but it's like the way it was just kind of like
It's
you
like
don't-
icky.
You were
Because now
probably
you're
annoyed 'cause he
staring
cleared
at my
his
yeah,
plate.
just don't be tacky about
Yeah,
it. I was,
okay.
I have some. Okay, I had some, but it's like, damn, that's a big ass bite. Like, leave some.
And
for
not
me.
only that, respectfully, you gotta ask when the plate first comes out. Don't be you asking for while I'm eating in the middle of
Yeah.
like no. Ask
Like,
me
it's a
for
date.
some
Like, you
when
don't
the
have to ask
food
me
first
to
comes
eat out my
out.
plate.
I mean
We're
that
not
part
locked
too.
in yet.
Yeah,
So, like,
actually, just mind your.
Yeah, that part
like,
too. Look,
allow me to enjoy my meal. You went
Yes.
fast, I didn't for a reason.
Yeah, right.
like our meals are still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
I'm
so then,
screaming.
mind you, I'm like, you know, let me make room for dessert or whatever. I kind of push it to the side.
And he starts picking at it.
No, he was like, "Are you gonna finish that?" And I was like,
Ooh.
"No, I don't think so." He was like, but the way he did, like shaking his head, like he was like a disappointed father, like, "Oh, come here, I'm only eating it because you didn't finish your food." No, you're eating it because you've been eyeing my food from the start. Like, don't ever try to play me. Like, that made me so annoyed.
I would have been disturbed.
No, it actually made me so annoyed.
And if he would have been like this, I'm like, I can take it home.
no, literally just put it to the side for like a small little second, and it was just like he demolished my.
Oh my
Oh, so he ate it up too. Oh.
I'm not
Like,
gonna lie.
lick,
I
like-
don't think. I feel like there's certain habits that correlate with like your cleanliness, and I feel like, and let me speak to it from my point of view. So I had a guy. I had a guy that you could tell, like by the way he ate, that he just didn't really take good care of himself. You know, like
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It was just like we go out to eat and like there just be crumbs on his shirt and just like
Shit dripping down his chin.
it just felt like
it's like
What were y'all eating? Granola bars?
yeah, like is it
Why is
supposed to be
there
that
crumbs?
Crumbs?
I'm like, I'm
What is
actually
it?
very
Soup?
confused.
You know what was it? In White
Where were y'all
Chicks,
at?
where he was like, "Damn, little lady," he was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, you sure can't put it away. He's fucking that food up. Like, slow
So it
down,
was just
bro.
like I was just like, you know what? Like this is like it was a red flag.
Oh, Crumbs in the Beard actually.
Not only that, it's like if you're slurping, you're smacking, like, and there's
Yeah.
food on your.
It was a
red
I'm not gonna lie,
flag.
food on your hands gives me that. Like, why is there so much food on your hands?
Sure enough, I go to his apartment and like we're there, and I see like his underwear on the floor, and they got
like
Oh
stains.
hell no, Nikki!
they got stains.
My gosh,
Graveyard
let me tell y'all
with
something.
it.
That's gross.
Underwear on the floor already had me.
Like, that's just, like-
Graveyard.
Because now,
Oh no.
now I'm
Oh
starting to think
no.
like,
I've been to a man's place that wasn't well kept, and like I was disturbed the entire. I didn't really want to sit down.
he had doo-doo stains in his drawers.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting. That means he
absolutely.
don't use a bidet. That means he don't use wipes.
Wipes,
That means he
nothing.
just
That means he
wipes
doesn't
once
wash his
and
ass.
put
But
it away.
okay,
His, like,
back with
his-
Michelle. Back to Michelle. So wait, how did it
sorry.
end? Like, do you still feel like
Did
he's
you
a
give
cool
it to him?
guy? Like,
No,
I mean,
no. Afterwards, you
She
know,
gave him the food. Yeah.
yeah,
Like a dog.
No, I gave it to him. He ate it. He finished it or whatever. But afterwards, I don't know why. It's just like it kept playing in my head to the point like me and my friend had an inside joke where we just be like,
you're childish.
Like, literally,
You're actually immature. You're actually
No, that's
immature.
perfect.
that
That's
image
actually
is
perfect.
ingrained in my head.
That's
It's like,
how
you
inside
really-
jokes are created.
You really took my entire plate. Like I set my plate to the side for a second. Like I
I'm
took
shocked that you
Okay,
didn't have it.
three
sorry.
bites of my food. And you
Can I
finished
ask you
it
this?
after finishing your own meal?
What
I'm
was
shocked you
it?
let him
What
have
was the
it.
food?
What was it?
Was it tacos?
It better
No,
be
it was
savory.
like duck over like.
Oh hell no! That's
Like
that,
no, it
say
was
less.
it was a proper
It's actual
meal.
proper plate. 'Cause I'm about to say if it's tacos, you
like
could have shared that
tenders.
one taco.
No, it was a proper meal. Like I think like I don't want to screw up the name, but like yeah, it was a
a
proper
proper
plate.
meal. Yeah,
And
no.
you let him
that's-
have it?
Did I? Like he said just like
Like,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, no, I'm
Alright,
so
okay.
sorry. Like, you know where we're at.
You didn't even
This
say
ain't shareable.
you're not gonna finish it. Do you mind if I have some? Do you like? He didn't even give me the choice. He's just, are you finishing? As soon as I said,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, maybe I wanted to take it home. It went to like now. It's
Oh, I would have been
yours?
like, oh no, I'm okay. I'm gonna enjoy this
Yeah, I
later.
was like,
No, I mean, but at that because you got to be careful with that too, especially on a first date. Like taking food home is somehow a little bit. Sometimes it could be somehow.
But if it's like if you got a big portion of food,
Yeah, if it's
okay
that's
to
what I'm
not
saying.
finish your plate
Sometimes
and
if it's
take
a
it.
big portion,
but that does
then
not
yeah.
mean now I
But you
have
know
to now
what's
give my
crazy?
portion to you just because we're on a date.
Because I really don't even eat leftovers like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do. Will take because I don't want to seem wasteful. To be honest. Sometimes I feel like it does look tacky if you like. Cause sometimes,
does.
Think about it. When you go on a date, you really don't be having. At least for me, I don't have a huge appetite when I go on a date because it's like something's going on.
yeah.
You're talking. Sometimes it's nerves, all the other stuff. So you leave a lot of food behind. I'll be feeling bad to just be like, leave it there. If it's like halfway eaten, I'm not gonna take crumbs back. But if it's like a good portion left,
If
And they
there's
say,
a
"Oh, can
meal
I
still
box it
left
up
on
for
your
you?"
plate, box it up.
yeah, I feel.
Yeah. And why are we? Okay.
Wait, what'd you say?
But I don't think you were. I really don't think.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what'd you
I
say?
don't
I
think
missed
you
it.
were
I missed it.
wrong. I
No,
truly
'cause-
don't think you were wrong for your feeling. There's just certain things. I agree.
Valid.
Like
Yeah.
if it's an ick, I can't
Yeah,
get past
you
that.
can't get-
So
you
it's
I
can't-
don't know. Maybe it's just table etiquette. Maybe he doesn't know that he shouldn't do that.
At
but
your
even
big
that,
age, you
yeah,
should.
I was
But
about
to
to
be-
touch that next.
There's a
but-
difference between like I'm just trying your food while it's on your plate and like you're
Scarfing
eating
it down.
and then me taking your leftovers and clearing it.
Like that's
That's
weird.
like going
I don't
into
know.
my refrigerator
Oh my gosh, I
and,
probably
and
would've been
warming
like-
up my leftovers and eating it.
People do that though.
Why
my
would you
face
do
would have
that?
been like probably like
Yeah.
like literally ick face because I'm not gonna like what are you?
Did y'all get dessert?
I actually did. Actually,
Did you
Okay.
get some too?
actually, it was good.
Oh,
Okay.
So you
It was
weren't that
good.
icked out.
Thank you because
The
you were
thing is-
able to eat dessert.
No, but the
after.
crazy part is I literally put it to the side because I wanted
Yeah.
dessert. That's why. Because I was like, hey, let me save room for dessert, not realizing I was giving up my entree.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I
And
don't
like,
know.
what question? Like, what if like okay, so to throw like a little wrench in, what if like you told him no and he's like, I mean, I'm paying for the date.
No,
That would've gave
No,
me-
you're
You
not
would've
actually
said
because you're
that.
doing separate checks. One thing about me, we can split the checks, baby.
No, one thing about me, it could be all on you, baby, and I'm out.
I'm
Yeah.
never ready to split a check.
Like-
you ain't ever finna play me like you big money over here.
It's not even that. It's just no.
All right, y'all. So I know earlier we were talking about Target, and so I just want to kind of go back to that just a little bit.
Let's actually visit that.
Yeah,
We
let's
can.
revisit that. Okay, so
I don't care. I bought a planner from Target.
as a
Get over it.
You telling me to get over?
Y'all remember Job? Okay, y'all know
hold on.
Jawbreakers.
Oh,
so
I have. That's a long
When
time
she's
ago.
like,
though.
my name is
so
Whisper.
whenever the whenever Trump came into administration, he basically put out a lot of things where like he was taking away funding whenever it came to like any type of like DEI, a lot of different things. So he encouraged a lot of major corporations to like stop DEI programs, to stop any type of like even DEI jobs, etc. And as you know, Target for the last few years has been really, really big on making sure to like put a forefront and a spotlight on like minority brands. That could be anyone like race-wise, gender-wise, sexual orientation, whatever the case may be. So at the start of the year, Target decided to announce that they would no longer be pursuing the same DEI initiatives that they were pursuing ahead of time. And so there were a lot of like Black coalitions that came to the forefront and said like, hey, like we are one of the main consumers of Target products and like shopping there. Let's stop shopping there. And so there was another 40-day boycott that coincides with Lent. And so it was supposed to end after Easter. So Target has announced that in Q1, it has lost, let me see the exact amount. I think it was like around like $1.2 billion in profit.
Good.
They also were down, let's see. They were down like 5.8% in foot traffic for the Q1. And it's now continuing to get worse. Whereas there's other companies like Costco who pushed back the Trump administration and said like, hey, like we're not going to stop DEI. We're going to continue doing what we were doing. And they have actually seen an increase in their foot traffic and in their sales. So how do y'all feel? Like, are y'all partaking in, well, Paulette, you don't need to answer.
Well,
are y'all partaking in the boycott?
I don't shop at Target. I needed a planner for a very important thing, so gotta get it. But I don't shop at Target. If you look at my Target cart and show previous orders, there's not much from there. So
I mean, so one, I knew like where people were giving pushback on a bunch of companies, and I know Target was the main one, but I didn't know there was an official boycott. I had no idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to think. Had I known it actually probably would have changed something. I'm not gonna lie. Like had I known like it was like a real thing. But for me, when I heard about them rolling back like DEI, I know there were still like people who have their product there and it was still like still shop here because we still make our bread and butter
But they
from
were
that.
they were
low key,
but they
I'm not
were
gonna lie.
Yeah, they were saying that like if you were going to shop with Target, to let it be like a DEI brand.
And I don't even agree with that, to be honest, because even somebody came out saying something like that and they got dragged. At the end of the day, Target has already bought
Tabitha
your
woman.
merchandise. What you should be doing is using this opportunity to set up your independent websites so that people can shop with you independently. Continuing to tell people to go to Target to shop at a place is so counterproductive to like the actual cause. It's very selfish to me, and I understand you have to make ends meet, but if so, don't attach yourself to the boycott. Because you know that it's not a boycott if we're saying let's go. Because once you're in there and you spend those dollars, Target does not give a fuck. Target does not give a fuck. You can tell me they're gonna roll back DEI initiatives. And y'all gonna go in there and buy all the DEI stuff when they just said that they've dismantled even the DEI sections, and they've used to have people on literally what's it called the doors of the ends of the shelves, and they took them off the end caps. And y'all still want people to go in and support Target specifically just for you, and you know it's literally for your personal gain.
So
Selfish.
I don't know, because I feel like that's kind of like a double-edged sword, because it's like all the while I 100% agree with what you're saying. I also feel like we know like there are companies, especially Black companies, y'all fought to get into Target, bro. Like it took blood, sweat, and tears for you to get into like mainstream Target, like Walgreens. Even then, regardless. But I just feel like for me to be like, okay, well, don't buy my product that's at Target. That's, you know, I paid XYZ to have, and I also fought 4 years to have this in this place. Like for me to just turn around and be like, okay, don't do it. I don't know if that is like an easy.
Can I ask a question? Like is it hard to like do it on your own.
Well, but
You know what
here's
I
the
mean?
thing about getting in Target. It's for convenience. Like, if I can get your product online,
shop with you on their own. Like, is that
but if I don't have a storefront, how are you going to shop with me on your own? If it's online, it's going to take at least a week for me to get it versus going to the store and actually getting it. But yeah, like I just think it's more of a convenience factor. Like if you can go to the store, you're grocery shopping, you see something that's been in your cart, it's easy for you to pick it up regardless of where it is. So that's
I was thinking
that's
like
the thing.
products like books, hair.
So I would
products
say
and
for
stuff.
me, I know that like I was actually a very avid Target shopper. Like Target was like my thing. I loved picking up in store, but I have put like a complete hard stop on Target. Like to the point where like there are even products that like other mainstream like grocery stores do not carry that product. It's actually exclusive to Target and to Ulta. And I have now even gone on my way to now start buying that product at Ulta or buying it directly from their website just due to the fact that
boycott.
you gotta think about it. I think that Target wouldn't have had as much backlash because like look at it. Walmart was one of the biggest donators to the Trump administration. They have been that way. They have had history. Like it has shown in history that they are Republicans. Cool. People are still going to shop at Walmart. Walmart's not going to face that big backlash because they didn't come out and be like, "Hey, we're going to
make a national announcement."
Yeah,
no
we're
one
going
asked y'all to do that.
Not even just that. They didn't come out and say like, "Hey, we're going to be at the forefront of DEI." We know what Walmart's where they stand, but Target built their brand off of being inclusive, being based on like that's so. I think that's the reason why Target's facing such a backlash because it's like y'all literally built your brand up. You brought all these consumers in because we felt like, oh my gosh, you're so inclusive. You're one of us. This and this and that. To now just be like, hey y'all, just want to let you know we're not doing it anymore.
Ciao. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't. All them people that hopped on the Black Lives Matter train, I wasn't falling for the hype any goddamn ways. I can't lie. Like so it's like to me, it's like.
It was destined to end.
Yeah, like it was always just like, okay, sure. Because it's like Black Lives Matter at this time and point in life. And like, you know what I mean? When it's popular. But like, do y'all actually support this? No, because as soon as the administration said, okay, we know it, let's roll back on this. They're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's trendy.
Very.
What I was going to say is that it's going to be interesting like in the next like 6 months. I feel like minorities should now see like how strong our dollar is. And like, let's start shopping within ourselves. I'm not going to lie, like create our own little...
So what's the closest store to y'all?
You know, not like a store named Target, but like our own
Target
to you, like to your house, like to where.
I don't have any. Nothing's that close.
Walmart is not close to me.
Yeah,
like Walmart is not.
And
close
I don't
to me at
even like going to Walmart.
I hate going to Walmart. And the thing is, to be. Stepping foot in a Target is one, but that drive up is just so clutch. I don't like just the same toiletries every single time. I don't even have to do anything. Just reorder. I'm outside. They bring it to my car. So it's just the convenience factor is like, I'm not gonna lie, 10 out of 10. And like maybe if there was a Walmart closer, the Walmart is like 15 minutes out from my apartment versus like 5, you know? So I don't know. Like I guess if I can make actual effort to like, maybe plan ahead, but a lot of these things be last minute. It's just like, all right, it's convenience, but.
Yeah, I mean, but like I was saying, it's going to be interesting to see like what's created out of this. Yeah. You know?
So let me ask,
I don't think they're going to be able to sustain this long.
They won't. They're going to have to do something.
Oh, they will be doing something.
Target's going to have to do something to like appease people. I'm not sure what that will be because people are their eyes are kind of open. Even for me, like I said, I can't really go back to being a Target shopper.
Yeah, I have not been physically in a Target in ages.
I used to love it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so let me ask y'all. So how would y'all feel if you had the opportunity to meet like your celebrity crush? Okay? Like just think of whoever you think of. And he was like, yeah, like, I wanna like get to know you, I wanna be with you, but you gotta hop on the team.
What do you mean hop on the team? Like get a train? Ran
like,
on me?
No, like you're gonna join his roster.
Yeah, like join his roster, but also you're gonna take care of my friends. Like
I'm gonna have sex with them?
What?
That sounds like you
Nikki,
want me to prostitute
That
myself
sounds
out.
like sex trafficking.
It does.
So,
and it is.
There's allegations that a girl came out saying that she had the opportunity to meet Brent Faiyaz, and he like her and him like they had like sexual encounters, everything, and he basically was like, hey, like like you're good, so I want you to like start taking care of my friends. Like to the point of basically like being like a sex slave for like him and his friends. And I guess at one point she did do like sexual things with his friends, but she didn't want to have sex with all of them. Like they basically just coming like in and out her hotel room, like every last one of them. And he was like, he was telling her like, yeah, you're doing a good job, like calling her like a good hoe and all these different things. Like, hey, she released all these messages. And so she then
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was money involved?
Oh, I don't know. She didn't say that part.
Seems like it was.
So she's doing like a story time, basically.
Yes,
And she's-
like and
okay.
putting like the text messages out there. And so then basically she came to Brent and told him that she no longer wanted to like do these type of things for his friends. Like she just really wanted to like be with him. And he was basically like, nah, like now
it's giving. I'm your pimp, and
your
no.
course has run out. Like, and then he blocked her.
So my thing is, right? Was there okay? So I have so many questions, and I maybe you don't have the
So it
answers.
was consensual?
Yeah, like
She
because she consented. So my thing is, what led for you to now bring the story to the web?
I think
I'm
he blocked her.
confused.
So that now we have to know y'all setup.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to know like
I
the
think
point
she-
of
Wait,
this
what does
conversation
this have
now.
to do with sexual attraction?
Yeah.
Bring me in
I didn't say it was sexual attraction.
No,
Oh,
like
okay.
no, okay. So what I was gonna get to is like, okay, so like, what's the basis of this now? Because to me, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really understand it. When I heard it, I didn't understand why she came and did
She's trying
it.
to claim that he wanted her to be a sex slave.
You
And she didn't wanna-
volunteered yourself
and she didn't
into
wanna be a
that.
sex slave.
You agreed
and
to
and
it.
after
Those
she said she didn't want to do it, he blocked her.
it's over.
I mean,
Wait,
I need more context.
yeah, like I feel like we're missing something
but
here.
I feel like even without the context, I'm not gonna lie. Not to say that he's right in the situation, because
He's not.
you're
They're
clearly
both wrong.
a terrible person if this is what you're opting people to do. However, like
He sounds terrible. His music. So I'm not shocked.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, what did y'all really expect from Brent? Do y'all listen to his
no, he's
lyrics?
very
Yeah.
toxic, very
Yeah, he's
toxic.
very- he's
like,
like
but
a
I will say, like,
teacher.
I'm not gonna lie, like the thirst to get next to certain men just because of who they are. I'm not gonna lie, like you had me in the first half. It was like, oh, you're a celebrity crush. Like, yeah, I'm going flat out. Damn, to call me hello.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like
Hello.
I'm not gonna lie, like no matter who you are, like let's say if I run into him, he's a shit person. That's
over.
gonna end today. Like I'm not going with you just
Well,
because of who you are. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
But would you turn the cheek a little bit more, like, or like allow more things to roll off your shoulder if he was your celebrity crush?
No,
Let
like
me tell you
but
something.
what more
That's
things?
what's
What
wrong.
more is
Yeah.
a sex slave? No, I'm not doing
like,
that.
I'm not
Like
signing up
if
to
we're talking
have
about
sex with your
turning the
friend.
other eye because he's shooting his shot at another girl in the club, okay, that's something I would let roll off my shoulder. But I'm not going to be a sex slave to your friend.
Yeah.
That I'm not turning my shoulder to
And
that.
honestly,
that's why I'm like,
You're doing it without the.
This type of delusion actually needs to be addressed because
Yeah, like,
at what point after, and this is not, I'm a girl's girl, but sometimes I don't support all girls. Let's start there. But like, because you having sex with somebody, he comes to you and actually have sex with all his friends. You thought that there was a way that you can have sex with all his friends and y'all can maintain a private relationship between you and him.
No.
I think we have to just kind of take some accountability and just know that if a guy
Yeah.
offers you that on the table,
and you accept
And you
it.
accept
yeah,
it.
you're putting yourself.
He's already placed you in a category,
Yeah, you
and
place
once you
yourself in
say
a
you don't want to
category.
do it anymore, it's done. Block. That's how men move.
Now it's different if you were coerced. Like if he put
Yes.
money over your head, if he dangled the opportunity of like maybe putting you in the music industry, even if he dangled the opportunity of a potential relationship. But it sounds like he came to you for sex, and after you had sex, he actually have sex
So
with
y'all
his
don't think
friends.
money was involved?
And if it was 100% consensual, I don't really understand the issue. Especially
You know
in
what
this
it is?
era
Y'all don't
of
think
us
money
wanting to be
was
more sex
involved?
I
positive.
don't know if it was like a direct, because this is the thing, like
Yeah.
we don't
We're
realize
missing
we don't
things.
realize like prostitution is very live and well, like
Yeah.
and there's different forms of prostitution. So sure, maybe there's some type of transaction involved, maybe in like buying her something,
Yeah, like,
or like
nice bags,
whatever
flying
the
her
case may be.
out,
So
get
it
the
was
lifestyle.
probably a form of
Sleep with his
prostitution, but
friends?
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie. There's no amount that will ever allow me to sign myself up for that. That's a hell no.
Yeah.
No.
And that's why
There's
I'm like-
people out there that want to do this. Not me.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I'm like, honestly, like, bro, there's just again, celebrity. I'm not going for everything, bro. Like, I'm not just because of who you are. Like,
I
just
just
not
I just
happening.
I think that we're normalizing like a lot
Bad
of
behavior.
like things. Like I think we normalize prostitution now. I
It's
think
always been normal.
I feel like
It's been
I feel like-
taboo, but
I
like
feel
now
there
it's
was-
like publicized.
I feel like there was more shame, and not even necessarily shame, because I don't want to say you need to be like shameful, but I do think that there was a little bit more discreetness
Yeah.
with women that did work in that industry.
Yeah.
Whereas like now I feel like it's almost like glorified and like put on the forefront on the internet. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like all you gotta do is just have a pretty face, have a nice body, and do what you do, and men are gonna buy you things. Men are gonna take care of you.
I know y'all have seen 304 Talk. Like that's why we're here now. There is a whole platform for it now. Before they didn't have a platform because the world didn't really allow it. But now they have a platform.
Even prior to that, I think it also came with and I'm not blaming it on anybody in particular, but it definitely came with a different era of music. So when the City Girls came out and we're doing the City Girl shit, Meg Thee Stallion, she doing her hot girl shit. You're glorifying
Is that where it started though?
No. I would say start. Maybe
Jackie
it got popular.
Trina. I feel like they was all kind of talking that same
about
shit.
tricks.
Yeah, but even still in the 90s, early 2000s, it wasn't as normalized as it is now. Yes, the music industry was definitely, it's been a thing, but I think it's a lot more common to we have more rapper women who will glorify that. And again, not to say that it's completely wrong, but it's also just a certain lifestyle is they're talking about it in their music, and it's more frequent. It's and again, even back then it was more of a guy thing, and we had only 5, and that was the Jackie O's, the Trinas, the Lil Kims, and then maybe 1 or 2 other people. Now it's I can name you 10 artists that straight up lifestyle, get your money, fuck them niggas, and keep it moving. You know what I mean? So I think that it's just a little bit more. And not only that, as you get older, you start to realize a lot of this shit is prostitution. You know what I mean? So that's why it's naturally normalized, because low-key, this is prostitution.
And also, sorry. And I also think a lot of it is just we kind of, like you said, normalize it, but we also glamorize that lifestyle to the point where people aren't seeing both sides. Even when Ruby Rose recently came out, she just did an interview, and she was talking about how with who?
Oh, she talked about how she had a relationship with a little baby.
Did not see that.
Part. We saw the part with Juicy.
Yeah.
No, but she was talking about how her ex was the one who kind of convinced her to do OnlyFans, because he was you posting all these thirst shots stuff on Instagram, you guys want to make money off of it. So she said she got into OnlyFans and all the other stuff, and the money was so good, and she was now she's almost niched herself to a point where she's she doesn't know where to go from here. She doesn't know how to get out of OnlyFans. You don't really hear a lot of people talking about that. You do see people oh, get OnlyFans, it's easy money, or do this, do that. But
that's the platform.
Yeah, no one really talks about the other side of things. So it's when you see girls see that and they want to get into that avenue, and then you don't see anyone talking about the cons, it's kind of hard to even feel it almost feels like a no-brainer to them. Okay, if I'm pretty and I can get money, why not do that? Why not make OnlyFans? You see girls make OnlyFans as soon as they turn 18.
18.
Yeah.
They didn't have a chance to live yet.
Yeah.
You didn't even try.
And then I think that it is so, it's almost like a drug. Prostitution can almost be like a drug, because if you think about it, think about if you were making money, so much money just having sex or doing OnlyFans, posting pictures. Where do you go from there? How do you make money after that?
Right.
Because you're going to be
if you're making it in millions.
Exactly.
Bro.
You're going to be so used to making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a week, which a lot of people are doing and more. Where do you go from there? How can you go to a 9 to 5 after that?
Yeah.
Not even 9 to 5.
How do you even get in the mood?
I wish there were
Fuck that picture.
I wish there were OGs out there that teaching girls the game. Here, start putting your money up, invest it, so you can get out of this. This should never be long term.
Yeah.
This should be a brief moment in your life. You get quick money and move on. Fund something else. So you don't have to subject yourself to these acts,
It's kind of how stripping used to be. At one point, stripping was so glamorized that everybody wanted to be a stripper, quick money. Until people started stripping and realizing everybody's not making that amount of money. You know what I mean? It's some people who make a lot of money, but it's a few of y'all who gonna shake your ass and go home with $30. I feel it's the same thing with OnlyFans, and it's different because OnlyFans is you're putting your stuff out there for anyone to subscribe and anyone to see and download and save, and then you can go out there and make $30 that month. You know what I mean? And then it's what's supposed to encourage you to keep going on and on. And no one talks about that. Everyone talks about being in the 1% of earners or whatever, but not everybody's there.
Yeah.
So it's
and not everybody can be a 1% earner.
Yeah. If people are more transparent about their L's and just makes it more of an even playing field for people to honestly have a well thought out opinion as to whether they want to do it or not, I think it would give, people more enough, let people make an informed decision.
Yeah.
Also, too, now that it's being glamorized, I just feel a lot of people don't want to work a traditional job. They want money quickly. So if they see an avenue where I can get money fast, I'm going to do it. Especially these younger children, they don't, not children, these young adults. Yeah.
But to go back to the interview with Ruby Rose, basically there was a short tidbit in that interview where she had said that she had a fling with Lil Baby. And after she said that in the interview, Jada blocked her on Instagram and blocked her on social media.
She
Baby
should.
J.
As she should.
Because were they all hanging out?
Yes.
Yeah,
they?
you got to go, girl.
They were all hanging out.
When?
Yeah.
Like recently.
Yeah.
Like very, very recent.
That's weird, but I'm not gonna. That's just weird behavior. Like, why would you hang out with me and then do an interview that you've never done? You never spoke on this man ever, but you gonna wait to link up with me to drop the truth.
It's like Ruby. Every time she does an interview, she drops another body.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
does.
shut up!
Yeah.
Stop telling us this. Like, she's a
'Cause
beautiful
even
girl.
recently she said she dated Drewski, and
Which we knew that.
she
That was a
walked
public
back-
relationship. Yeah.
you didn't see that play.
That was a public
Well,
relationship.
she said that she publicly said that like it was for PR, but she actually dated him and that they've been friends since high school.
Yeah.
And like she said that she has to publicly address it. That was the most embarrassing thing that she's done because it really like he felt a way about that, but he never like came out and said anything about it.
That
But
she like
said
actually dated him?
Someone said, "What's the most embarrassing thing you've done?" She's like, "You know what? It's not time I speak on this." So me and Drewski are actually in a relationship. It wasn't PR. I only said that because
She
I was put on the
He pissed
spot.
her off.
And she's like, and I'm
Which-
addressing it now because he felt a way about that. And I
Oh,
was
they're
like,
still in a relationship.
No,
No,
they were.
It
but
wasn't PR. They were together.
Don't know if I believe that. I feel like that was a PR comment too. But whatever.
She messed with the bag with that. He said you ain't getting the rest of your money.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I believe
So
that.
then, okay, so kind of still on that same topic. So how do y'all feel about the Aisha and
Oh, baby.
Anthony Edwards
but my
situation?
time to
mess.
shine.
She got $1 million baby for
my
real.
time to shine.
Okay, so
Yes.
who wants to give like quick backstory? Does everyone have backstory?
I do. I mean, there's really nothing to it. Aisha is little baby's first baby mom. She has a 10-year-old with him. I don't know how old her 10-year-old with
10 or
him. She dated Lil Baby. She had Lil Baby's child when she was, correct me if I'm wrong, I know there's a big age gap, but from what I remember, Lil Baby was 19 at the time and she was 28.
28. Yeah.
Okay, so she had his baby.
She was not 28. There's no way she could have been 28.
She's 38 right now.
Yeah, 38 now. So, yeah, absolutely. So now, fast forward, she just gave birth to Anthony Edwards' child. Anthony Edwards is 23 and she's 38.
Let's just talk about this. So whenever she got pregnant with Anthony's baby, she told him and he immediately said, hey, like, I don't want anything to do with the child. Like, I don't want to be in the child's life. I don't want another kid, because he has a like longtime girlfriend that he already has like 2 other children with that he currently like lives with.
Wait, so what was him and her doing?
Girl,
Do what
not
adults do.
nothing. Not nothing, because he had 4 other babies that year.
Yes.
He had 4 babies
On
last
top
year.
of that girlfriend that already's carrying 2 kids.
Yes. No, she's carrying 1 kid for him.
One. I think she had.
Her first baby is from Chief Keef.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
Yes.
You're right.
So,
It's a lot of jobs.
yes, it's a lot.
So, but from the beginning, he told her like, hey, like, I'm going to give you the money for an abortion. I don't want to be in the baby's life. And she decided to keep the baby. She said that she was not going to have an abortion. She had the baby, and she is now kind of going online like,
well, it came out. It came out allegedly that they went to court, or they're trying to figure out, I guess, the court proceedings for like, you know, what's going to happen as far as like child support goes. And allegedly he said that he's just going to give her a lump sum up front, like, so he could just get it over with. And after that lump sum, I think it was like a meal.
It was a little bit over $1 million. Cause I think that they're saying that he was ordered to pay $5,000 a month in child support. And so he said that he was just going to give her the full money up front for 18 years.
So she could never hear from him.
He didn't want to hear from her again.
Now
he has made it very clear he doesn't want to be in the child's life.
What?
So my question is like, how do y'all like?
Nah.
Was she wrong for keeping the baby?
No,
Yes.
she wasn't. There
Yes,
are women
she
that
was.
don't
Yes,
believe in abortion. I don't think she was wrong.
Yeah, I don't think she
At
was.
the end of the day, no.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you land.
I can't fault a woman for not wanting to abort a kid. I can't fault her there. I'm not gonna lie. Anthony, is that his name? He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Because I'm not gonna lie, only person I'm thinking about in this situation is the kid. When that kid turns 15 and realize how dumb of a deadbeat his dad is, and you're a whole NBA player, you can afford to be in my life. You can afford to be in this kid's life. You're just being selfish as fuck because you was playing around and now you got to be an adult about your business. You want to be a little boy about it. That to me, I can't respect that. And there are people arguing like, oh, well, he said he doesn't want. I can't respect that. You, that's your seed.
Yeah, no,
that is your
agree.
seed. I don't care if he said he didn't want it. That is your kid. You giving $1 million to sign off your rights. You are bitch made, and every woman that still
Big
fucks with you
bitch.
after that are
Big
bitch made
bitch.
by association. Because I
bitch.
can't fuck with a nigga like that. I'm sorry I'm using so much much cuss word, but that's a low down dirty ass nigga. I'm sorry.
And so here's my take.
Sorry.
Thank you, Paulette, Pastor Paulette, for that sermon. Thank you so much.
I can't. I don't like deadbeat fathers.
No, and here's my thing. I 100% agree with you. I feel like you're low-key a degenerate. You had 4 babies with 4 different women, and you have a girlfriend who just delivered your baby. So yes, I 100% agree with you. Like, choosing not to be, because I don't think he's present in his other kids' lives too. That they just gave birth. So like, I don't feel like that type of man deserves, like, honestly,
praise.
anything. Yeah, praise anything. However, Anthony Edwards is 23, not excusing anything, but we're also going to have to take, the woman's going to have to take accountability, because although he is in a very public relationship with his girlfriend, very public. So you know that he has a girlfriend. You knew that he had a girlfriend. That's one. Even if he's not married, okay, you knew he had a girlfriend. You also know that the girlfriend was pregnant. That's 2. You also know that it was news that every time he had a baby, got somebody pregnant, it's news. You also knew that. Right. So let's not act like you were completely oblivious to the man that he was before you laid down with this man. Right. You got 10 years on this man. You're 15. You're almost pushing 40. So you know better than to sleep with a man and procreate with a man that you knew was a shit. You laying with a snake and then afraid that you got bitch. To me, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the sympathy for me, for you as a woman, like, yeah, exercise your right to do whatever you want, because at the end of the day, that's your baby and a child is a blessing. However, like, you knew what type of man he was when you laid down with him. So I can't just be like, oh yeah, like, him, he's a bad person. You're the bad person too. You equally ain't as shit. I'm sorry. Like, cause you have the wisdom to know better. Like, and then she did a video. Yeah. She did a live saying like, oh, like, you know, you guys are saying a lot, and there's nothing that's gonna, that you guys are not gonna believe when I say that I'm not a gold digger. Like, I just have the body and the looks to attract certain type of men. Yeah. And my thing is like, if you feel like that's what attracted the men of a certain man of caliber for a man not to be present in your child's life, if that's what it got you, congratulations. Because like, why are you saying like your body and your face is what got you a man that's not present in his child's life? Like, do you want us to clap for that? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just have very little like for her. Like, it's just.
I mean, I kind of see why she's saying that, because I do think that in situations like this, and mind you, I'm not caping for her at all. I don't know her enough personally to have any comment as to who she is as a person. But I do think that the women are more like disproportionately villainized in situations like this. Because if you think about it, like, she has 1 child, he has like 5 or 6. I may be wrong, but who is making the most irresponsible decisions? I feel like he's on a rampage. If anybody should be getting like scolded in the situation, it's you. Wrap it up. If you don't want children, have a vasectomy and all other things, you know? So I think for her, without even knowing the situation, she's right. Because she looks the way she looks, and because he has a lot of money, people are automatically going to think that she's in it for a check. Automatically. Without even knowing any side of the story or anything like that, people are just going to assume that. So her defense is like, because I only say that because I look like this. If this nigga worked at Walmart, y'all would even think that. Or if I look like ass, y'all wouldn't think that. It's true.
Let me, to just add a little bit more context, like, how can people not say things like that when you are according to the courts, you are a permanent resident of Atlanta, Georgia. You went to Los Angeles to have this baby to alter what you can receive from him because he's an athlete. And I just feel like, yes,
let me tell you something.
It's smart. But the judge threw that out.
She probably listened to her. My thing is,
and the judge threw it out.
But I don't know. So they are all assumptions at the end of the day. I do not know.
So here's it. Okay, so I agree. This is the thing. I agree with both sides. This is where my thing is. It's like, I think it's pointless for you to get on the internet and be crying about how people are like running your name through the ground, calling you a gold digger, whenever at the end of the day, you would not have gone after him if he wasn't.
Exactly.
So let's just call it what it is. And I understand, like, yeah, sure, you're of caliber.
True.
So you also go after him.
Do we know that though? But I think what you're saying is one of the assumptions that we're making.
We're not,
because we have no idea about how did she's been in the industry for how long. We have no idea about what her dating history even looks like. She's been linked to people. My thing is, if you are Lil Baby's baby mama, let's think about it, and you live in Atlanta, who actually are you attracting? Who actually are you around?
And I'm not saying that she's not attracting them. I absolutely agree. But she also could attract a regular man. But is she going to pursue that regular man?
We don't know that.
I think we're getting far ahead in this conversation.
Is she going to now have a baby by a regular man that says he does not want to be involved in that child's life if he couldn't really provide a lifestyle? I do not think so.
See, these are assumptions because she had Lil Baby's child when he ain't had nothing.
Nothing is subjective.
I mean,
he still was
he was-
running the streets, and he still was like,
But
you
he
know,
wasn't like where he's at now.
He ended up going to prison.
Yeah, he ended up going to prison, but he was well known for him to. He
As
had
a
money.
drug dealer?
Yes, he was well known.
I
In
have
his
a question.
Yeah,
What
it's very well known.
What exactly are we saying here when it comes to her?
I think this is what I feel. I personally, as a woman, would not. I think it's irresponsible to put your child into a situation like that.
To not have a father, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
to
agree.
to knowingly sign your child up for a single parent life. I think it's wrong.
It's very wrong.
And I think it's wrong because it's not even just like sure, you could always get a step, but to think about like your biological father, like almost like hating you to the point where like he wants nothing to do with you, doesn't want to see you, doesn't want to visit you, doesn't want any rights to you, will sign the rights over to you before you're even born. I think it's wrong to knowingly sign your child up for that.
Yes.
Okay, let me speak to that. For one, she's not put in that situation he is. I don't think she should take responsibility for him not wanting anything.
Yeah, she didn't tell him to do that.
Secondly, and this speaks to a bigger point where I feel like as women...
Wait, hold on. Can you repeat what you just said? She shouldn't take responsibility for what?
I don't think she should take responsibility for his decision to not be in that child's life. A lot, because Nikki said she's putting her child in a situation. He's putting her child in that situation. She bears no responsibility for how he chooses to behave in his child's life. So for that, I don't think she has responsibility for that. Now, leads me to my second point. I think as women, or as a people, we are pro-choice, but our pro-choice a lot of times looks just like pro-abortion. Mm-hmm. A lot of times that we congratulate people and encourage people and motivate them when they choose to abort children, but when those same people choose to have the children, all of a sudden it's like they're demonized, they're feeling like they're this or that. When the whole purpose people be having the ability to choose so they can have the ability to choose.
But I think there's a difference.
Yeah.
There are plenty of celebrities that have gone into motherhood as single parents, but they have never come out and been like, hey, I need y'all to sympathize with me because he doesn't want to be in the child's life. He's doing this and he's doing that. Like, there are plenty of actresses. Halle Berry, she adopted what, one or two children as a single parent.
But I'm not even speaking to that.
But
I feel like that's kind of irrelevant to the point. I'm more speaking to the fact that people are getting on this woman for not having an abortion.
Yeah.
That's what
I
don't think.
I think
that's what the argument does sound. Not from y'all, but that's what it sounds like. People are upset
if you say,
about.
why would you put your child in a situation? What are we actually talking about? We're talking about her decision to continue through the pregnancy.
But not even just that. He stated what his standpoint was before she even got pregnant. I think.
Yeah.
I feel we have to be realistic.
And I ended up getting pregnant.
But
so
I
now
think
but wait, you're saying just because he said that, so you're telling me because she heard that she should what now?
I think
the baby's here.
I agree, but I think it's one of those things where like we have to be realistic about the situations we put ourselves in.
Absolutely.
We have to take accountability, and I think that's the thing. Is like you were having unprotected sex with a man that was clearly in another relationship, so you already knew that. There was no secret.
But how do you in the world and me know that she knew that?
Because he's
it's very public.
He's a very public relationship. He's in a very public relationship.
I'm just making sure. Okay.
It's very much so publicized on social media. Like it's very well known that they live together, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
So she knew this.
Okay.
So why put yourself into the position which you are, like by consenting to unprotected sex with somebody who clearly is not
a degenerate,
who's having babies left and right,
Mm-hmm.
and acting the exact same way, and then it happens to you and you're expecting a different outcome,
or you're expecting
she got the bag, so.
sympathy from certain people, and if the bag was worth it for you to not have
$1 million,
fine,
No,
absolutely
my thing
fine.
Is,
but
I'm not. Oh, sorry.
I just feel like I just have to agree with Nikki here. Like, all the while, like, yes, pro-choice is that's a very layered conversation, but at the same time, it's like I just feel like my sympathy can only go so far for somebody who told you what it was from the get-go. Mm-hmm. Respectfully, if any of my friends was to be like, "Hey, I laid up with this man. He ain't shit. I'm his fifth baby mom." Like, like, what did you kind of expect?
That's
like, yeah, fuck the guy, but it's kind of just like
orange, and you're expecting to get an apple.
Like,
but I told you I was an orange from the beginning, so why are you now expecting an apple out of me?
I don't know. I just feel like
It's literally apples and oranges.
I feel like
Exactly.
Literally.
I feel like adults, we have to understand children are people. They're humans. They're going to grow and be somebody one day. And I feel like it's our responsibility to protect them as much as possible. I feel like in this situation, they're both equally as irresponsible to me.
Yes.
I just feel like whatever y'all are saying, she knew what she was getting herself into. Him saying, I don't want any part. Like, y'all both are adults here and y'all already have children. This is not your first rodeo.
It's not.
So this sounds crazy. I feel like us being on this topic still is crazy because this is crazy.
The baby's already here.
Yeah,
the baby's already here, and that's
and
what
like
it's like
giving $1 million, like you, like Anthony. I hope every person that you probably are contract with drops you because that's crazy.
No, low key,
bad for business.
crazy.
low key.
Like,
That's actually
bad.
wrong.
You're not a family man, bro. You are a fucking degenerate, like Crystal said. And I don't even know you.
Bro, did y'all see that clip of him when he met Obama?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh my god! Like I got the
I'm like, who
ick.
didn't
I was
let
just
this
like,
man in the same
who
presence
in the
as my
White
president?
House? The nigga said, "Chill out, bro." I said, "Bro."
Yeah, watch out.
To
I'm
Obama.
like,
I
Obama
said,
looking at him like,
Is he your mate?
He said, "Chill out, bro." To him,
he said something about him because they was basically talking basketball talk, but he was just being so aggressive. I didn't like how he was handling him. Even LeBron and him had to walk over like, what's going on over here? Who let Anthony Edwards around Obama? And I was asking the same question.
You're just gonna have to watch it for yourself. It was very cringy
y'all have
to watch because
handlers?
it was giving like you don't have home training, like, and you don't have like etiquette.
you
That's
don't
what
have
I
home
mean.
training.
But
It's just another like the
yeah,
definition gave the wrong nigga money because look how he's acting.
it's not even getting wrong because
he's
athletes are
talented.
athletes.
It
But yeah,
doesn't-
he's
I don't
talented.
care. I don't care.
So
That's it overrides your talent.
So it didn't really give
your
him money.
character overrides your talent. I don't
Yeah.
care. You can be as talented as you want. You ain't shit.
Speaking of character overriding talent, so because y'all we go back and forth with this all the time, and I really want to know.
But
Do we like Jonathan Majors or do we not? Like, what's happening?
I don't.
Every time I
Okay.
feel like he's an abuser, I was like, I thought y'all said he wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
I thought y'all
you
said
know
he was
what?
blackballed.
And y'all went up for him on his damn podcast.
No, the thing, me.
what?
Y'all
What happened?
love to forget.
What happened?
Jonathan Majors?
I think I might have
Oh
defended.
no, you definitely did. But the thing is, I don't know enough about him.
I don't think I spoke on it. I didn't really know.
I think I might have
I
defended.
could have sworn that
defended
y'all
him.
said that white woman lied on him.
No, I
And
mean
this, that,
Dang,
other.
April.
It doesn't
And now
matter.
they're saying a tape came out. And it's true.
A tape came out where he was basically like owning up to that he abused her.
like
That's recent.
That's very much recent. It literally dropped right after his like his tour for his movie.
Oh, wow.
So you know
Wait.
it's planned. Yeah, this tape came out like I think a week or two ago, where it was basically him on recording, basically like, you know,
Was it like a Scientology tape? Why would he record this on a tape?
I don't.
no, I think the girl recorded.
Yeah.
and those
Careful, y'all have conversations with.
yeah, the girl recorded, but I don't know.
And
like
he said that
Yeah.
what?
Basic like he's only.
I think it didn't vindicate him is what she's trying to say. I don't know
in
what
that
it
moment
said
or
for-
like that's like his.
in general, bro. We were saying you never did, bro. You
No, we
were
want-
abusing
we
that
never-
girl.
because-
But we never said that he didn't
No,
put
but-
hands on her. We,
No, yes,
but
we
a
did,
lot of people said
yeah,
he didn't do it. That she was
yeah.
lying
a couple
on
of people on the
him.
podcast did defend her. I don't
No,
know who in particular.
because they
I
said
have
he
an
grabbed
idea.
her phone apparently, and then it came out and said
like
that-
because she was like, I thought she was fighting with him.
No, but a lot of people in the world, like, let's talk about the world. They were like, oh, she was lying on him. But no, it come to find out that there were truths in what she was saying.
But my question is, it's like, okay, there's a difference. So in that one moment, in the
abuse
original,
is abuse. There's no one moment.
no,
Sorry.
no,
listen,
because there was charges filed originally. So she's
Yeah.
trying to say,
Yeah.
is it the same?
No,
Is it the
no.
same-
So
is it
not,
in that
it
same-
has nothing to do with those charges. No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
But
in that
after the fact.
I
situation,
think it
so
does,
in
though.
that one circumstance,
Don't quote me.
the video that we actually saw, she was the aggressor. So that's what we saw, that she was the aggressor in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's correct.
so now I think it's a little unfair to now be like, well, why were people defending him in that moment? That's all that we knew.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah,
not.
no. But now
Hold
people
on.
are still
Well,
defending
okay,
it now.
it's just one of those things where I think it's a little unfair to say, why were y'all defending him in that moment? All we can go based on is what we saw in that video. And in that video, we saw that she was clearly the aggressor. So now we don't know whatever history they have or if he has been abusive to her before. So I don't know. Like in that moment, yeah, I like Jonathan Majors.
He's a great actor.
I defended
However.
him because I was defending him based on that video and the context that I knew in that moment.
But also the girl came out and said, like, vindicated him as well, right?
I don't know about
She
that.
did after.
Yeah,
I don't
She
know
absolutely
about that.
did. She said that she was also the aggressor.
Right.
But at the time, I remember thinking, like, did he pay her to say this? But then I think more started coming out, and he was like, people were even saying, like, oh my gosh, he lost his role in Star Wars behind this. And it was like a whole, like, redemption era. He started dating Megan Good. But, like, recently, he was supposed to go on Keke Palmer's show, and they literally was like, why would she go have an abuser on the show? And I'm like, wait, what did he...
But it's weird because, like, I don't think a lot of people are like allowing him onto their platform. Only person I know for right now that had him on their platform that was acting a fool was that Sherry girl. What's her name?
Sherry Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd. Her show.
That Sherry girl is crazy.
Sorry, not Sherry girl. My bad. Sherry Shepherd. My apologies.
Yeah, he's going to Keke Palmer's show.
Oh, okay.
And he was on the Breakfast Club too.
Well, yeah, he was on the. But
he's actually done a lot of interviews.
Let's speak toward that. People are just like, it's just weird. It's kind of weird that like he's kind of like. I'm not saying that's what he's doing. These are what people are saying. He's kind of like playing a victim. And in reality, you're really not a victim. Yeah. You are an abuser. Sorry, like it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what we're speaking with truths here. And so it's like, guys, like, it's like we're trying to like act as if he did not do what he did and he did. Like, what are we doing here?
So I just think, I don't know, with Jonathan, I just feel like
it sucks.
He's just always had weird, ever since that shit dropped, it's just always been weird vibes. Every time I see an interview, it's very eerie. It's just, she just has this weird energy to me. I'm just like, who are you for real? And like, he just, even when he talks, it's like, is this, how long did you rehearse this?
Girl.
It's always like performative, scripted. It's always weird. And even his relationship with Megan to this day, it doesn't make sense.
Megan
it's weird.
She married the man.
No,
they're married.
They're engaged. No, they got married.
They're married. They had a
that's what they've been
small
saying.
Intimate
now,
gathering.
I don't know if anybody pull up their certificate, but that's what they have been saying.
On every platform he's been on, he has addressed he's married now.
She said shortly after they got, after the engagement, shortly after they got married.
I was hoping she wouldn't tie herself to that.
I thought this was a PR relationship this entire time.
I did too. And so that's why I'm like, Megan, what are you doing? Like, I respectfully, like, what are you doing?
You're above all this.
And like, at one point, it was said that Jonathan Mayers was a bigger household name than Megan Good.
Oh my gosh, that's
it was said on this podcast. And then yes, that's very crazy. That's why I'm like, every time that like she is attached to anything, they're not the same level. Let me just sorry.
Maybe when she's bigger now.
Let me land, please, guys. Please, just let me land. I feel like when it comes to that relationship in particular, maybe a bigger conversation needs to be had, because we're talking about women who always are a scapegoat for men. Why you feel like you have to like take away their limelight? You're his PR. Go and fix this. Why are we doing this? And I don't like that for Megan, because Megan has a laundry list of things that she's been in. Megan Good is a household name till this day. Mm-hmm. So I don't ever want what she's to be doing. No, he's not bigger than Megan Good. Okay, he's just not bigger than Megan Good. Yeah, like actually, Nikki, don't repeat that.
Like, please stop saying
he's not bigger than Megan Good.
I'm not saying that she's bigger, but I think it's so different.
Name?
Okay, let me just say this.
What's crazy?
Let me just say this. From Marvel.
Let me just say,
household names don't get dropped like that.
Household names get dropped. Who? With lies. But okay.
You are a fan.
That is clear.
Let me just say this, okay? I think that it's fair to say, like, when you're referring to like Megan Good in the early 2000s,
bro,
you gotta
don't
stop.
do this.
Okay, let her land, because I know what she's about to say.
2010s, absolutely. Like, who is Jonathan Majors at that time? Mm-hmm. Okay, but if we are talking about relevant, last 5 years, Jonathan Majors has made more headlines.
Not because of his artistry.
It is actually.
Okay.
No. Acting wise.
Okay.
Than Megan Good has. Megan Good has.
What movie has he been in?
Remember the pandemic? Like,
he's been in a lot.
Name them.
Y'all, you said Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country was a show. What other stuff? He was in another movie. Creed. What else?
Oh, he was in Creed?
He was in Creed, I think, 2 or 3.
That's where he got dropped.
No, he was in Creed too.
Yeah, he got dropped for the next
Creed,
one.
yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. So what other movie?
The movie that just dropped now. What is it called?
That's not even. That's like I think it's classified as like indie or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm not.
But you are saying household name. Viola
you know
Davis
what?
is a household name. I would never put her in
And that's
Jonathan
why, like,
Major in
the
the
thing
same
about
sentence
being a
as
household name is that, like, even if somebody was to come over tomorrow and headline
me?
10 movies, you're still not going to take
You
away
get
from
me?
a household name is a household name.
Denzel Washington
so
is a household name.
So literally, Damson Idris cannot come over and become like, you know what I'm saying?
Are we
Like,
serious here?
you just can't come up and become Denzel because Denzel's Denzel.
Yeah.
Even if she
I'm not
hasn't dropped
saying-
anything as of recently, she will still always be bigger than him. She will always be the bigger
that's why he got with
celebrity
her
than him.
because how big she is.
Always.
Let's be clear here. She didn't get with Jonathan because how big he is. He got with her because how big she
And yes,
is.
he made-
and what it looks like to have Megan Good on your arm for your career and how to
Exactly.
salvage the bullshit you got.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be clear here.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm just saying if we're talking about relevancy, I do think that he has made headway. He has made a very good
He's been
name.
relevant. He has.
made a name for himself.
But
so it's not like she's
He's
just
a
dating,
good actor.
It's not like she's just dating a nobody.
No, but
I-
what we're saying, Nikki, is he
Right.
is been relevant in the last 5 years, but she's still more relevant, and she still has to come in and clean up his behavior.
They always bring
like,
her up in every interview.
and that's why I'm just like, I don't like that for her because like, why is she go like now? When you hear Megan Good, we don't hear about what she's been in. We hear her attached to Jonathan.
Majors.
But crazy enough, you know she's more relevant because the way he seethes on that red carpet when they be like to the side, you alone, he hates that. He hates
I know
it.
he wished it was him.
when
Can't be.
she's on that red carpet, rubbing elbows and saying hi to all these actors that she grew up with.
And every
and
time,
he's seething
have
'cause
you
they don't-
noticed how he be trying to do the most in dancing?
Yes.
And just trying to be seen.
Oh my gosh, no,
Lame.
It's that hug. It's that hug between her and Michael Ealy.
Oh, that got
Oh,
him.
when he
that one
lifted her
hit him
up
to
off
the
the
core.
ground.
To the, Michael Ealy did a little bit too much because why are you sweeping her off her feet? That was a bit much.
Because we don't understand why she with you. It's like the whole industry's confused.
No, literally.
with us.
They're like, Megan, how you go from last husband to this? Like,
No,
this-
bad.
what's it called? Your
But I also think that that's also
Circling
I think
backwards.
that that's also fueling Megan Good as well in this relationship.
How?
Her ex-husband just got remarried as well.
What does that have to do with her?
I mean, because low key, these allegations been a thing, and she's been covering up for him. He just got
Yeah.
married, and it came and went. That same
Literally,
hour.
it, like
The same
it literally
hour.
came and went. Do you see him over here in court with someone? Do you see him over here trying to defend? No, he went and got married and went and minded his business. Megan, do the same.
Yeah. I hate that.
I don't
for my
because like
girl.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm tired of like seeing like women up here get next to men down here. It makes no sense. You don't have to. You don't have to be their saving grace.
And I don't know, like,
You don't have to.
Like, how do y'all feel? Okay, let's generalize this a little bit. Like, how would y'all feel if, like, the person that you end up getting with, or maybe even the person that you have kids with, like, they just have a lot of allegations, or they just have a lot of, like, shit to their name? Even if it's not allegations, like, you know, if you say that nigga name in the streets, they looking at you like, that's who you dated? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
Are the
just asked
allegations
him.
prior to me? Like, did I get locked in? He tricked me and we got married, and then the allegations
Yeah.
came out after. One thing about me, the allegations come out while we're dating, I'm gone. Not gonna lie.
I will
while you're
never-
dating, even
we
part-
will never make it to the altar with that.
What?
So
What?
and
That's
dating on women, I
But my
won't
question:
do it.
what if it's actually a lie?
Where there's smoke, there's always fire.
Nikki, they have it on
always fire.
tape.
No, I'm not talking about
Oh.
in this circumstance.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let's move on, girl.
We're not marrying Jonathan, bro.
What's a lie? I was like, what's a lie?
Damn, he really a household name
My
in your
man,
head,
shut
huh?
up. Yeah, I'm going at this table.
But like, what if there's actually like, what if it's a lie? Like, what? Y'all can't tell me that
Let me tell you.
you haven't heard a lie about yourself, and you're like, that is a flat out lie. Now let me ask this. Now, what if that one lie got out there and it was public and it was put in the newspaper, and everybody knew it about you?
I'm talking about
No, but
multiple
newspaper
lies.
is-
Yeah, like if
I'm talking about multiple.
I
One
agree with
lie
Crystal.
is one
A lot
thing.
of people saying something that's
Multiple-
in common.
But I'm just saying, this allegation. There's one. It's a big allegation.
Everybody can't be lying.
What if someone said that? Okay, it's kind of like Winona Ryder. She had a huge career, but all y'all know her for is shoplifting.
Who's
That's
Winona
crazy.
Ryder?
What?
Right.
Who's Winona Ryder?
I need a face. I'm not good with names.
People,
wow.
don't,
I didn't know about the shoplifting situation though.
Oh, see,
Who's
that-
Winona?
people-
Can y'all? What is she in?
That's crazy. That's forever gonna be her
Do
legacy.
y'all not know?
She's the actress.
What movie?
That's like an old.
But y'all want me to know who she is?
But people will refer to it.
Household name.
People will literally refer to it like, "Oh, you're doing Winona Ryder, like you're stealing." So like, think about if you.
Who says that?
But then she came out and said that it was just like it was a mishap. She just had accidentally walked out. She didn't know, or whatever the case may be. So think about like if your name was actually associated with something that really might have been a mistake. might have been an allegation, might have had no truth to it at all.
I'm sorry,
And
Nikki.
you expect for what? So now you can't get
this lady.
No,
Let
it's not
somebody
that.
else deal with the
But my thing
allegation.
is taking a theft charge. Even if you did it on accident, cool. I'm talking about allegations. Like,
I'm not
they're
gonna
talking.
lie.
I'm talking about a Deshaun Watson kind of situation. Like, that man has. And the thing is, it's a difference for like one person to say something, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, I feel like that grace just automatically has to be given. But when multiple people are saying, like, everybody cannot be lying, bro. Like, so I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I can't. I personally cannot deal with somebody who, if you, not even if you have a bad reputation, but if so many things people are saying XYZ about you, like, somebody, when there's smoke there's fire, like, I'm just gonna have to walk.
don't see myself getting
So y'all don't believe in rehabilitation.
What are you talking
Not on my
about?
behalf.
Not with me on your arms. Like,
do that on your own time.
Completely different. Rehabilitation is somebody who's taken accountability for their
Exactly.
actions, who's paid some form of restitution, and is attempting to rehabilitate into society.
Okay, so you can't be with that person.
he can
That's
do that
not true
outside
because
of me.
accountability would be the main word. Accountability means I didn't hear allegations. You came to me,
And
you
I'm
explained the
admitting
situation.
that I
And when I'm
did
hearing
it.
allegations now, that's outside noise. People
Yeah.
already know what's going on. That's very different. But if I'm with a man, I'm hearing allegations that are new to me.
Like, I'm hearing it with the public.
There's news like, oh, you didn't know he was in prison for 5 years. Excuse me.
What?
For killing somebody, huh? He's on the run. What? Tax evasion? No. I'm leaving. That's too much
Especially-
going on.
Yeah, the money part. Like, listen.
That's actually crazy. Over murder,
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
tax evasion.
Like, I'm sorry.
Who did about the
no.
taxes?
Like, because honestly, I tie this to like Teresa
Housewives,
Giudice.
yeah.
Teresa knew about her new husband's BS.
Let's talk about not
And
even
still took his
Erica
last name.
Girardi. You do everything about that man, Tom Girardi, when you got with him. Let's
Did
not
she?
act. Let's
Portia.
not act like she didn't know who that lawyer was before she slept with. She was with him for how many years?
I
Almost
feel like
20 years.
I feel like she didn't discover everything until after they got married.
Bro, no.
Like
no,
at the beginning.
I'm sorry,
She
no.
knew.
When that $2 million check hit your LLC and you talk about you haven't even seen that man practice in a court, you need to be for real. You actually need to be for real. What do you think your husband was doing for real? As long
Maybe
as he
he's
was
an open
funding,
and shut
but my
lawyer.
thing, as long as he was funding her, she didn't give a fuck. So yes, she's not gonna question him. I think she knew, like, she didn't know exactly where it came from, but she know, like,
You know his hands were dirty.
you knew his hands was dirty.
You know, I'll be honest. You'd be surprised. A lot of people do not know what's going on with their spouse. People be having like whole like pornography addictions, like
I asked too many questions.
a
for that.
lot of different addictions and whatever, like alcohol problems, drug problems, and people do not know.
People don't know, but I mean, which kind of strays from the point again. Allegations. If people are saying these things, then
And like,
you
let
should
the world
know.
know.
But-
Imagine like y'all have kids. I have to protect them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, even we talking about Erica and we talking about why we ain't talking about Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, and like that is
we
one
are.
person where
Them
I'm
type of
like,
rumors and allegations.
yeah, I can't be with you.
I don't know.
I can't
She's a
either.
strong
I
soldier.
can't.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
she's a
She's strong because
soldier.
I can't. That type of
But it's crazy.
stain.
Crazy if y'all even would refer to her as strong or not stupid.
I've always said that about Nicki. I never understood. Like, I like
Not
her and
collabo.
everything. The only part that I questioned was her choice in a partner. That's it. I always was confused about that because those allegations were there before
And they're
even
just
they
too
got
strong.
married.
They're too strong.
yeah.
And it's just like, again,
So-
anytime, like, to the point where she don't even pop out with that man. Like,
She
it's all
really-
in private.
and you know what's crazy? Like,
because it's like, if
she
she
really
does,
doesn't.
they're gonna attack him. They're literally,
Unless she's controlling the environment.
Even the Barbs would be like, love you, hate him, get rid of him. So it's like, bro, like, I personally cannot be with somebody who is like, there's so many certain things,
But somebody has to.
and good for them.
Honestly, but
Good for the
me
Rashidas.
personally, I wouldn't choose that. Like, I just know the blowback, what my family would say. We're Nigerian,
See, that's the
so
thing.
they'll
I
run
would-
you through the ground.
I think
so
for
like,
me, it definitely would depend on like what the allegation is. I don't want anything of sexual nature, of assault nature, of something like that type of thing.
like, I won't even.
But
lie.
if I truly feel like that person has like rehabilitated in the sense of like Michelle said, they have sought counseling
and
there's
told you first before the
restitution.
world knew.
No, not even that. Like sometimes before the world knew, like sometimes people, because I don't know how you can say certain things. Like
can.
on the first day, I'm not going to tell you, hey, yeah, I've been to prison.
No, but you will eventually tell them because
Yeah, of
the
course
trust
you'll
is
tell
there.
them.
Be like, hey, you know what? There's something that's been weighing in on my heart. I went to prison for X amount of years because
Yeah.
the X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
You know,
For
you
me,
have to be open.
It would just depend. Like, it would really depend on what the charge is. And if I feel like the person has really changed, then I would be open to being with someone.
But here's also the thing about that, because I love that we're actually using the housewives as an example, because let's Phaedra, right? She was married to Apollo in the beginning, and let's just give her the benefit of the doubt and say she had no idea about this tax, whatever issues that he had, legal problems that he had financially. But if I'm not mistaken, at one point she said she did know prior to getting married to him that, he was participating in illegal activities. And she said that he told her, like, I'm done, changed, did it again, ended up in jail. So that's when I'm like, I don't know if that, me personally, like, I'm going to have to extend it past sexual behaviors, because it's like when it comes to like money and like men being a natural provider, there's a lot of things that you would do to keep your family afloat, and respect, because it's for your family. But at the same time, like, anything that's going to jeopardize us as a family, I can't move forward with you. I'm sorry, because it's like you being in jail does us no good if you have the money. Like, it does us literally no good. So I'm like, I can't.
Steal every day.
And great, but to steal millions of dollars and think that you're not going to get caught.
People steal every day.
And great, steal from Target at the self checkout, but to steal millions of dollars, like
people
like
are
no,
stealing millions every day, and people just get away with it. It just depends on where you're at on the totem
But if my man didn't get away with it, we have to get away from him.
You use a lot.
That's hard.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. Like, there's a lot of people.
No, there's a lot of legal criminality going on.
We are not actually going through things, but when you're actually in it, you're not. I 100% think everyone's mindset will change. I already said I will never be a ride or die for someone going to jail. We're not going to prison with you.
So what if you're in a situation where your husband makes a lot of money, like he's like millions, and you become privy to, one day you just come home and you see a little letter, and you're kind of like, and I can't tell you the details of the letter, but that letter kind of tips you off to the fact that this money is fraudulent.
It's hot.
Or a lot of money laundering going on.
Your house is in pre-foreclosure.
Yeah, there's a lot. No, not even that, because I don't want to make it seem like the money's at jeopardy. Money's not at jeopardy. It's your freedom. It's your freedom that's on the line. What would you do in that situation? Mind you, your husband's a millionaire. You guys live in a mansion. Multi-millionaire, honestly. And I'm not even talking about 7 figures. We're looking
what can you do? You're going to have to let the courts decide. And if he goes to jail, then it's like...
No,
I'm not talking about that.
This is before the feds hit.
This is before. This is like you just... Kind of like an Erica's situation where she's like, everything was all good, but at some point, it's like you do start to wonder, like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm trying to see your finances, and it's actually not making sense anymore. Like, we're taking,
what is the letter?
We're taking $200,000 jets.
Let's just say you see something you clearly now, like, now all the dots have been
starting to connect.
And once that
you clearly can tell that he's in illegal activity.
Right.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I'm so, like, this sounds criminal, but I will have to now start thinking like one little prematurely. Yeah, I will open an account and start moving some things and planning my departure.
Even if you don't,
Erica was doing that little music business, money laundering.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna probably start a hair company. I'm gonna get vending machines. Oh, we gonna put the money everywhere. Yeah, my money everywhere. When they picking you up, I got shit to do with you because I was smart about my shit.
Y'all do know that in the court of law,
you're at risk too.
No, you can't testify. You don't have to testify. So, like,
a wife
testify. A wife doesn't have to testify against her husband,
and that's why I'm out.
Well, I don't know, I guess, about like how far I would go, but I would start setting myself up to, like, if I'm like, okay, there's illegal activity going on, I'm gonna start moving things around, opening a few accounts. You know what I mean? Make sure the children's name is
back
good.
a little bit. Staying at my
I'm just gonna have to start preparing, and then I'm just gonna pray that shit don't blow up.
Yeah,
that's it. Because what can I do?
I'm
just pray that shit don't blow up. But on top of that, we're gonna have to have a conversation
after
because you have had me in this household under a lie. We're gonna have to have that's a deeper conversation.
I feel like that conversation will come when you're behind, because I don't want you to try to get fly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not even. I just don't want to be an accomplice to your behavior.
One-on-one convo with you. So what were you really doing? Like, you didn't think I was gonna know? I've been new for a year. I'm good.
I'm screaming.
New suit. You feel me? That's what I'm wearing to the courtroom. Ooh, that's none of our portions. Oh my gosh.
Nah, amen.
But if any of y'all ever found yourself in that, I already have a plan. Like, y'all, you gonna come out scotch free.
Yeah.
No fact. We open up subways in every city.
Girl, Do over.
Well, this concludes another episode with the Petty Party crew. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or any motos or any advice that you want, please send us an email or a DM at pettypartypod on all social medias and pettyparty12814@gmail.com. If you need anything, if you need any promo, send us an email. Check it out. It's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F Baby. Peace.
And this is your girl Macolette signing out. Bye.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl Shelly Shell.
Bye, everyone. It's Jeff Nick. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.